Something else you needed? Kaiser lets us do field work with a level of precision that there's really no other way to accomplish. More than a few of the options we're looking into. Detectors to uncover the Terramorph transmission method, or crafting a targeted biological agent. They require highly specific materials to test against. And asking a group of Marines to accompany us for that kind of work, well, it usually ended up with ruined samples and wounded teammates.
Hello, ship. This place needs more decorations, don't you think?
Sometimes I just want to turn off the grav drive so we can float around.
Apogee complete. We're in orbit.
Transferring credits now. You take care. Thanks again for the help. Over and out.
I'm forever fascinated by the convergence of those solutions. You're handling this whole captain thing really well, you know. Sure, why not? You know, I think we're going to need to talk to a lawyer soon. The trick is finding somebody who will take such an old case. Well, that's all I have to. One of the worst battles from the colony wars took place here. It'll probably look like this for a long time. Extracting decent specimens is delicate work.
Battery accepted. Operation restored. Analyzing. Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Damage within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume my mission. Please step aside. Major Sanon will have to wait. I cannot leave my mission. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon have been unsuccessful, additional support may allow me to complete my active mission more quickly, allowing me to leave this place. My mission is the disarmament of Unit XW-99. Designation, Siren. Nearest final active Xeno weapon, 99 has proven a far more formidable adversary than its peers. Will you aid me with disarmament?
Kaiser, I think you're on the fritz. You're not seriously suggesting we fight an actual Xeno weapon?
I am suggesting precisely that. I have thus far been incapable of disarming Unit 99 myself. Support, however, may allow success. Correct. Unit 99 is a siren, a deadly biological specimen deployed to Nera during the Colony War. Engineered for combat efficiency, execution of said specimens is the standard method of xeno-weapon disarmament. Technically, yes. All xeno-weapons have a control interface, which allows them to be given orders. If Unit 99 were to be subdued, I could wipe its interface. This would prevent Unit 99 from ever being used as a weapon again. That would be technically sufficient for the parameters of my mission. However, it is my personal assessment that Nero would be better off with Unit 99 terminated. I suggest you meet our foe before rendering a judgment. Let us move. Mind your step. As you have no doubt witnessed, this region can be hazardous to organics. Hostile to
Bad impression.
attention. Possible threat in Ares.
Can't say I'm sad to see machines of violence get deconstructed into nothingness. What's on your mind? Right-ho, Captain.
I am detecting unit. But there is a complication. Unit 99 is on the other side of that reach, but it appears to be under the control of hostile forces. Sensors suggest Ecliptic, a mercenary company like Ecliptic, would only want Unit 99 to utilize it as a weapon. This means Unit 99 must be disarmed immediately. Standard procedure would be a frontal assault on the outpost. No quarter given. Do you concur? Elimination is the sounder course of action, but based on my scans, what you are describing is feasible. Ecliptic appear to have already subdued Unit 99, though they could release it at any time. If you were to eliminate Ecliptic forces, or could manage to seal Unit 99's restraints without being detected, I could move in and disarm the creature's control interface. Such an approach would require no small bit of guile or stealth. Neither of which are within my operational capacity. You would have to do it alone. Very well. I will wait for your return. Let us proceed to our quarry. Greetings, Unit 99. The specimen's control interface is intact. I can proceed. Initiating wipe. Wipe successful. Unit 99. Your service is now complete. Mine, however, continues. Our work here is finished. Now, what is this mission you spoke of? Major Sanan is involved. A plague of terramorph attacks. That is disconcerting. You are docked at one of a kind. I will meet you there.
Galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Locked in and ready for liftoff.
Engines are almost at this.
Maneuvering into position. And we are now in stable orbit. respect the
arrive.
folks in the military.
I will meet you inside the
Being
facility.
surrounded by them can be more stressful than being on a planet with no magnetosphere and a worn-out spacesuit.
Hey, what can I... Need some work done? Sure, have at it. Got anything you need to offload? Sure, have at it.
I have something for you.
I can't believe it.
Major Saran, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival. Give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion. Where are we going?
Londinium.
Londinium. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with.
So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs, they could be anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves.
I try to tolerate the extreme cold, but it is hard.
Come on. I'll walk you through what we're thinking.
Pardon?
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asylees? Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that, with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them, and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively. I suppose that's a fair comparison. Except that this time, we'd be protecting human lives, not ending them. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Asylees.
Certainly sounds like the lesser of two monsters. It means we're still dealing with monsters, though.
People have been making dragons out of unfamiliar species as long as there's been people. But the Asylees are a known quantity. We don't need to fear them. With either path, though, we're looking at a long-term commitment. Years of work. Even just getting these plans off the ground is going to take time. And all routes are going to require some highly specific materials to make things work. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asylees' gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinian. Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there. But you need to know, Londinian, it belongs to the Terramorphs. They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
Okay. Hello.
I appreciate the research, but yikes. Glad to see some good
Goddamn
research being
planet.
done.
You romanticize
But
a
I
place
can't
when
say
you're
I'm
away
less
from it for
worried.
long enough. But I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need? Oh, that's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. It sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlantis. My sister's kids live in the city, so, thank you for what you did there. Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, other's an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, would hate to see anything happen to them. Now, what was it you needed? Don't worry. I'll handle the paperwork.
Everything looks exactly as we left it, right? Right. If we leave a few things here and make a second trip.
listening.
Yes. What? Can't do the job without the right tools. And I have the tools for the job. No more reliable hardware in the galaxy.
This galaxy than most folks.
That will always be impressive. Stable orbit achieved. We can stay here forever. Well, a while anyway.
Let me check my logs. All right, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down. You might want this. I have something for you. Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Cap. Thought you'd never ask. Here, all yours. What's new? For you? Go ahead, ask me anything. Always a pleasure. See you later.
take a look around. It's a good bet I've got something. How about I just show you instead of tell you?
City. It looks like a quaint town, but it's got problems as big as any other.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be a posture buffet.
You ask me, if you're looking for a weapon, I've got you covered. I'm sure I got what you need. problem.
Co. really want
So you want to come here for a half day?
People around here think we own.
I heard Mr. Wright's going to be looking for an apprentice soon.
Aquila is one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
So we had to clean up the graffiti on the range again. Why don't we just close it
I think
down?
you'll find that we carry
It's not
fine
like it
weapons
gets
of all
much use.
kinds here. Here's what I have in stock right now. I need someplace to put the prototypes through their paces. It stays.
You know, traveling with you has been more than just good old-fashioned fun. It's been, well,
Let them.
therapeutic.
A few beer bottles and graffiti is the least we owe them.
Yes, Miss Lance.
Well, just ask. Anyway, thanks for the support, Captain. So am I. I mean, I will keep that in mind. Which brings me back to that plan I mentioned earlier. I think I know how to move forward now. But I'm going to need your help. My contact sent a gift. Seems real to me. So they found an insurance settlement. Irvin's employers got paid as compensation for sabotage. It seems that the mining company got a huge payout after they won the case against Irvin. We have the settlement paperwork from their insurance. Tons of money. Oh, also the cyber runner had to move on to other work, but sent me a passcode to some computer system. I'm not sure what it goes to yet. We can just hold on to it until we figure it out. But anyway, we have enough to move forward. The missing piece here is proving that Irvin was framed. So I discovered that Irvin's original lawyer still practices law. And she'll look over everything we found. Yes, I believe so. Every case she's worked on has been in the interest of regular, everyday people. She doesn't seem to be in this for the money. I mean, heck, she said she wouldn't even charge us for the initial consultation anyway. Oh, detective. I like the sound of that. If I'm the detective, does that make you my trustworthy and sensible partner with a heart of gold? Well, I can work with that. Detective Barrett at your service. Anyway, we should take everything to the lawyer and see what she says. Maybe she reviews it and decides we have no case, or we need more evidence. I don't know. If we don't have a case, I can probably let it go. But I have to try. Fantastic. I knew I could count on you. You're as reliable as an atomic clock. I've sent a list of everything we've found so far to the lawyer on Gagarin. You know, I actually feel optimistic about this. Lead the way, detective.
I'm
Meet
pleased you
all
chose to
sorts
visit
in
us
Aquila
today.
City.
Miss Lang, just here for security. Please move along.
Don't you forget it.
Mr. Tate?
Not afraid of having not
Careful, liftoff.
Red apogee. Surrounded by stars. Vastly some space.
Hey, Dad? Will you read to me tonight before bed?
Read to you, sure. I'd like that very much. You haven't asked me to do that in a long time.
And will you do funny voices for the characters? Like you used to when I was little?
You just try and stop me.
Gila City's hospital. See that huge shield? It's part of the power system. Lightning provides a substantial amount of Neon's energy.
Freeze! Neon security! I thought for sure you had contraband. Guess not. I'll still have to take you in.
So you're telling me I have Clover over at Kelcourt? She's too good for Neon. Sounds like she's trying to help someone or something. I kind of we've got you covered. Morning, noon, or night.
Maybe if I'm listening earlier, that won't put me off.
Day.
Something? Yeah? Buying, selling, or moving? Alright, smartass, let's cut the bullshit. You either walked into the TA to buy some goods, sell some goods, or have some liberated goods taken off your hands for a reasonable price. So, instead of wasting my time making me explain how the business world works, let's get a move on. Now that's what I'm talking about. We both want to make some money, so what'll it be? You got the money, or the goods. don't you move on?
Hang around me. Now I realize how dangerous that can be.
You all find better weapons? Hi. Welcome to Arbor. I think you'll be impressed. We only carry the best at Arbor. Come back soon.
Welcome to Ryujin Industries. Can I help you?
I can feel the life and happiness draining from my body already.
I hope you're more prepared than the last one. Have a seat. And your friend can wait outside. I'm sure they understand. All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist here at Ryujin Industries. I don't normally do this, but my counterpart, Yuko, is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently our algorithm felt you were a decent match. So let's get this started. Why do you want to work for Ryujin Industries? I can appreciate an honest answer. And if you're hired, you'll be making far more than just a few credits. Provided you're successful, of course. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this? Aren't we both? But your application here says otherwise, which I find pretty interesting. So much for the fact-checking portion of the algorithm. Just another fun fact to bring up with Yuko. But, moving right along. How motivated are you to succeed? Here at Ryujin, that's completely up to you. It's not unheard of for someone like you to reach an executive-level position. Plus, we're pretty good at finding any untapped potential, so if there's a role we know you'll excel at, we'll find it. And finally, my last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in? It'll take a lot more than a fancy resume to reach that high, but I can appreciate a lofty goal. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period, of course. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy, so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for Imogen Salzo, and you should get served right away.
I hope I can wrap up this next assignment quick. The Razor Ball tournament starts tonight.
There's more where that came from.
Time to chat. Are you gonna let me work? Or are you gonna keep
Bothering.
Can I sell you today? Hey, you look like someone who craves serious firepower. Well, don't sweat it. You need firepower? You know where to find us.
This is some of the best guns money can buy.
Firepower. No.
Hey, you look... Well, don't sweat it. I've got you covered. I like your style. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, I really like your style. You see, I had you all figured out the moment you walked into my showroom. I said to myself, Matthias, that looks like the kind of person who blow a hole in the wall to get to their goal. I'm talking military-grade, state-of-the-art weapons hardware. Click. Bang. Am I right? Oh, don't worry. We sell all sorts of nifty noisemakers around here. Just stay with me for a second. Imagine being completely surrounded by Crimson Fleet pirates with nothing but a magstorm and a few hundred rounds. You wouldn't even break a sweat. You, my friend, are perched on the edge of infinity. And Core Kinetics would love to come along for the ride. So what do you say? Now, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get you tooled up and on your way. Every weapon comes with our target destruction guarantee. Wait till you act. Remember, if you've got the creds, we've got the core.
Better not be a waste of my time. Yeah, if it's too hot to handle, always happy to take your money. off. Busy. We need to move some merch. Yeah. Find anything else? Make sure.
Security's
got its eyes on Saburo Haruto. That guy's trouble with stuff.
The chef's food?
Have you tried one of our advanced teller machines? You'll make me
Not sure if those Varuna zealots live in space.
I call this place once. The showroom is yours, my friend. Plenty of... All right, well, don't be a stranger.
This is my happy place. Is that weird? What's up?
We've got plenty of... You to buy some weaponry? This stuff will put holes in anything. You need firepower. You know where to find us.
Questions? No? Good.
You good?
because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
Carrying a lot. You want to take a moment to shuffle things around?
This better not be a waste. Then here I thought you were just wasting my time. Yeah, what? If it's too hot to handle, now we're getting somewhere. Then here I thought you were just... If you, find anything else, make sure...
Tevin Lastas has fallen into some trouble. Word to the wise.
Great place to blow off some steam.
What can I... We've got plenty of art, plenty of choice whip. All right, well, don't be a stranger.
Take it easy. Hey there! Hey there!
Ready for some serious firepower? Wait till you add one of those. Remember, if you've got the creds, we've got the core. We've got plenty of hardcore. Wait till you add one. Remember, if you've got the creds, we've got the core.
Cause any trouble and I'll drag you straight to line.
Need something? This better not be a waste of my... Yes, let's. If it's too hot to handle, then here I thought you were just... You got the money. All right, buzz off. Busy.
United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And we're done. Enjoy Gagarin.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Well, not in a long time. Not since you were born.
Everything checks out.
What was it like?
chemical. Smoke.
Hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived.
Mech construction is a dead industry, Chief Pretorius. Those jobs aren't coming back. But Reliant Medical, Archmite, and Satori Mills are dead.
I was just thinking that this is about what Irvin saw all those years ago when he arrived. He probably stood here thinking that he was going to make things better. He had a good heart.
Our investor visits are the key to making Gagarin a place that works again. A place
More
where-
things change, right? Maybe it wasn't the exact same view, but there's probably an atom or two somewhere that was here on that day. If we're lucky, maybe we can ask it for directions. I sent that to our lawyer already. I asked her to confidentially review what we found. Right. She said she would meet us at our office when we arrive. Hopefully she can tell us what we need to do in order to clear Irvin's name. Let's stick together, though. Gagarin isn't a huge town, but it's not the kind of town that I want to get lost in.
Well, well, well. Barrett, you're actually here. Astounding.
Ellie! Ellie, come on. I promised we'd stop by, didn't I?
People make promises all the time, Barrett. And most folks try to avoid Gagarin, not visit it. Anyway, I'm glad you made it out here. We have work to do, don't we? It's not a resort. It's a working town run by mining corporations. You don't come here unless you need to, and you don't stay unless you have to.
Or unless you're a bright-eyed, optimistic lawyer who genuinely wants to make things better for others. Right, Ellie?
You're kind, Barrett. Yes, I suppose there's that type of person as well. Down to business. Perfect. What do you already know?
So we already know that Irvin worked for Hephaestus Mining Company years ago, and they blamed him for catastrophic economic and ecological issues here in Gagarin.
Yes. He lost his case because he didn't defend himself, and we had almost no evidence without him. Well, we can bring the case to a judge here if we have new evidence or a witness.
What about the evidence we found so far?
Yes, well, about that. It's just not enough. In order for me to go before a judge, I'd like to have some solid evidence pertaining to motive. Yeah, we need something major. Documentation, recordings, a witness, something.
It's been so long. How could we find anything like that?
I've thought about this a lot since the original case. The mine that Irvin worked at was shuttered in 2309. They probably still have documents relating to whatever happened there with him.
Well, I'll be. I'm guessing you found that in one of Irvin's old journals. Good work, detective.
You found the coordinates to the mine in Irvin's journal? He must have been really bored and exceptionally pissed off. That would do it. Dear Diary, here's the coordinates. Make them pay. Yeah. This is why I don't keep a journal. Besides the foundry records, there also might be something in Irvin's apartment. If he knew he was being framed, he might have held on to some documents there.
You know, now that you mention it, I know a cozy place nearby where we could relax and maybe find some evidence helpful for the case.
You both realize I'm still here, right?
Irvin had an old apartment nearby. I never sold it. We could search it and see if he left anything there from the job.
Why didn't you lead with that, Barrett?
Hey, at least I didn't forget entirely. I'm not much of a cat burglar, but I do have a cat suit somewhere, now that you mention it.
That is definitely not necessary, Barrett.
Dress for the job you want, not the job you have, right?
Good grief. Excuse me. Let's figure out a plan so you two can get out of my office and investigate. Okay, listen. I have heard that there are terminals in the foundry that can be accessed with passcodes. And I happen to know that miners always have passcodes on them. Do with that information as you will. Hopefully that's enough to work with for now. If you'll excuse me, I have to get some court documents ready for this case.
I should still have the key to Irvin's apartment. I hope it's worth our time, but I can't be sure.
Our last head of security, you heading outside the city? Be careful.
Sometimes I hide outside the bar.
Sure the catwalk's all right. I don't want to have to fish anyone else out of the canyon.
After you. Now I get why he wanted me to look after his business. No windows, insufficient power for proper lamps. Oh, he must have been miserable. No wonder he wrote so much. Wait a second. What about this safe? I bet it's locked by a terminal. Well, I'll be. chugging along 20 years later. Sounds like the safe just unlocked. You should do the honors. Hold on. Is that what I think it is? He lived here for a few weeks. The plan was that I'd join him here. But everything went to hell with Hephaestus, so I didn't. I wouldn't have liked living in this metal box anyway. That is an extremely impressive specimen. And somehow it's managed to stay alive for the past 20 years. I'll hold on to it for now and see if I can't dig up some of Irvin's research on it. Gagarin has seen some better days. Is that Irvin's employment contract? Let me see. Already got the coordinates to mine H363. But this will still solidify the fact that he was there. Irvin only lived here for a couple of months. After all this is said and done, I will probably do just that. The honest truth is that it was easier to ignore. Me? Oh no, definitely not. I didn't even want him to go to Gagarin. But he didn't think it would take long. It shouldn't have been a big deal. And now it's one of the few things I have left of him. Back to the case. Copy of that hunting license. All right, we've got some solid leads, it looks like. The employment contract and the hunting license at Town Hall. And as the lawyer, she's probably right. The burden of proof is sky high on this one. It's likely already in orbit. It was a bit strange going through Irvin's old things, though. I was hoping for some old pictures, but the plant is a good consolation prize. Beautiful and resilient, as extremophile plants tend to be. Although this self-sustaining habitat dish gets some of the credit. I bet it could survive without care for a long time. Evolved or altered, Irvin used to experiment a lot with extremophile plant life. Maybe he made the perfect plant buddy for his windowless apartment. In any event, I'll go through Irvin's notes in more detail later. There's probably a flowchart somewhere with this little guy's name on it. Oh, on that note, we should give it a name. I'm thinking something simple yet refined. What do you think of Harvey? Then it's unanimous. Okay, the three of us should get back to it. You, me, and Harvey have a case to solve. Perfect. There's gotta be a way to... I don't know if people still curse Irvin's name around here. If there's any...
My mom was talking to her friend about something that happened on the campus. They both seemed really scared.
They probably never intended for these walkways to last this long. You ever read about the early history of spaceflight? So familiar sometimes. I have something for you. Liftoff initiated, Captain. Time to venture into that sky. Orbit locked. You just look at that view. place was shuttered 20 years ago. Might have new tenants now.
Hello.
We should check in with Ellie soon, after we visit Town Hall. Yep. Here. Have this. Easy to forget how marvelous life on other planets truly is. This-
How can I be of service? Yes, Captain.
What was that?
Detecting signs of outline from the enemy.
Nice work extracting that sample. Is this for science, profit, or snacks? Whoa, looks like they left a lot of stuff. This looks promising. This looks like administration. Bingo. All right. Now let's go find Irvin and Helge's lab stations. The evidence we found so far? Okay. Let's keep looking around. It was the destruction of the bacterial colonies, not the apex predators. So, they ruined the ecosystem here, and it had nothing. Watch out. That's going to be messy. Seems like Helgi tried to do the right thing here. I'm sure Ellie would want to see this. He's citing numerous ethics violations dating back before and have faced this just ignored him. Well, but he discovered that the extraction process was damaging the ecosystem. Irvin's mentioned here, but his impact on that is clearly unrelated. Exactly. This is undeniable. The ecosystem was suffering long before Irvin arrived. Let's get out of here. This place creeps me out now. Happy to help. Let's see what I've got here. We should go over our evidence, right? Stars, Captain.
better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well.
Welcome to UC Space.
Pattern lock.
Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. And we are done. Welcome to Gagarin.
You heading outside the city?
Ellie! Hello?
Welcome back, detectives.
Ellie, I sent you all the data from the mine already. I'm sure you know.
Yes, I've been reviewing it. Sit down. Let's have a chat about it. Welcome back, you two. How was the trip to the mine?
You're gonna love this, Ellie.
Okay, someone better tell me. Come on.
We found the coordinates to Irvin's old work site and went there. Huge battle. Fire, explosions. Pew, 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 pew.
Barrett, please.
You should have seen the plants in there, too. Weird stuff. Anyway, you read over the documents we found there, right? What do you think?
What you both found in that mine is remarkable. These documents show that the chemicals released by the mining process contaminated the ecology even before Irvin was tasked with removing the predators. And they also show that Helgi informed Hephaestus of the issue, and it was repeatedly ignored. And with that, I think we've got ourselves a case, my friends.
Yes! That's what I wanted to hear, Ellie. Woo!
Yes, but it's still likely to lose. Because what we really need now is Helgi as our witness, and that is a problem. Helgi's documents are nothing without him there in court, explaining them to the judge.
Does Helgi still live around here by any chance?
Sort of. He's, unpredictable, though. You're not wrong. In this town, Lizzie knows everybody and everything, it seems. Listen, if he refuses, then he refuses. Can't force him.
Yeah, we don't want to press him too hard. The last thing we need is him refuting what he wrote. This is going to take a light touch, but I think we can handle it.
lost?
The trick to the catwalks. Just keep turning right.
Suppose you heard the news.
You'll get where you're going
Terramorphs
eventually.
in the UC capital.
Or was it left?
I know, I needed a drink after I heard it. Looking for a drink? Don't serve anything fancy, so if you're about to ask for wine spritz or whatever, you can hop right back on your ship to New Atlantis. Feel free to see yourself out, Spritz. Well, well, well. Spritz is back.
A reputation already? I'm impressed.
Slow news day, I guess. I serve drinks here, Spritz.
We were told that you are a local crime.
We serve drinks here. Here's a list of our specials for today.
There's nothing on here.
Oh, that's strange. Here, let me fix that. Don't worry, it's just the one sale today.
Oh, right. Of course, it's a number. Here you go, Captain. All yours.
Thanks for your patronage. Sending your receipt directly to you now. We'll be sure to leave a glowing review for your establishment. Don't worry. Happy to take your credits. Anytime.
Been to Clint's recently?
I don't suppose you're here to tell me I've won a ticket to a new planet, huh?
Sorry, Doctor. Not today. We came to Gagarin to investigate Irvin Mandani's contract with the mining company a long time ago. Ring any bells?
Irvin, yeah. Biologist. Hunter. Yeah, I remember him. Why? Who are you people? Then find the history slate. An ancient history slate. Because that's what it is.
Please. Irvin was once one of your colleagues. He was the one Hephaestus blamed for an ecological disaster about 20 years ago. Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember lies. It's been 20 years. 20! Get out of here.
Look, I know this is strange. We show up out of the blue about things that happened decades ago. But right now, nobody save us knows the truth. And that means we're the only ones who can clear Irvin's name.
And what of it? You probably think the sky is blue too. Well, you'd be wrong. It's whatever color Hephaestus says it is.
Only if you let them. You're a scientist. Your words matter. That's why we need you to testify.
Testify? The trial is over, the verdict rendered. In case you two clowns didn't get the memo. By the stars, how would you know that? Fine, you've convinced me. I'd be willing to testify on one condition. I want to know what happened to Irvin. Because when he disappeared, let's just say I had an epiphany. Hephaestus didn't need to say a word. That's when I knew the threats against me and my family were real.
Dr. Hawkson, it wasn't Hephaestus that took Irvin's life. It was the war. Irvin was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Caught in the crossfire.
Then I am sorry for your loss. It won't change the past for either of us. But I will testify. And maybe, wherever Irvin is, you'll be glad that we can finally stick it to those assholes at Hephaestus.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, don't get all mushy on me now. I need a drink.
Doggy didn't look so bad, did he? Although I can imagine Hephaestus will say otherwise. Maybe we should find a character witness to back him up? Hopefully, there'll be enough clear witnesses. Come on! We have other things to do right now.
You think the Terramorphs are coming here next?
Welcome to Clint's. Whatever you need, I'm sure I've got it lying around somewhere. Except mech parts. Don't trade those anymore, so don't waste your time asking. Well, for one, it's illegal in UC space. Making mech platforms used to be Gagarin's bread and butter. So, since they were banned in the armistice, I get 1 to 2 folks a month asking what kind of relics I might have lying around. But I'm not about to risk a contraband fine at my age. So that's why I just lay it out up front. If you need anything, just follow the sound of falling inventory. You'll find me eventually. Let me just bring that up. Trade in a little bit of everything here, except Gagarin. It was a military town until the end of the colony war. Mechs were our specialty. Everyone always blabbers about Mars making the highest performance machines. But if you needed a system that wouldn't let you down in a pinch, you piloted a Gagarin. But that all dried up when the mechs were banned with the armistice. Now, we've got these new firms coming in. Arkmite, Centauri Mills. Claim they're here to revitalize the city. Which is funny, since their employees refuse to step foot in most of it. Come back soon, eh?
Sorry. What? We sent a squad of officers to New Atlantis. They need all the support they can get after that attack. Ah, tell me you're here to just report a good old-fashioned crime? If I have to deal with one more corporate exec begging for special treatment, I'll eat my badge. Guess I'm off the hook then. But look, I'm Security Chief Pretorius. If you do have anything to report, you can speak to me or one of my officers. We're always around. Depends on what we're talking about. What's this for? All right. And what's that got to do with me?
Well, we're concerned the defense might have an unkind word or two about the doctor during cross-examination.
By doctor, you mean Helgi? It's true. We brought him in for a D&D, but he spent half the time apologizing, and even helped clean up the mess the next day. He's all right in my book. And keep in mind, it's a very big book. It's got the name of every criminal, delinquent, and rule breaker in Gagarin. But you won't find Helgi's name inside.
That's good to hear. If we need you, Ellie Yankton will be in touch.
Yeah. Have her ping my secretary. Be safe.
Our last head of security was a real hard ass. Now, Victoria's duty from here.
Let's get back to Ellie. She'll want to know how this went.
Okay, you two, lay it on me. Did you find Helgi? Did he agree to testify?
Well, we've got good news and... well, that's it. Just more good news.
Okay. Does that mean he said yes? Delitso is an ideal character witness, so that is a relief. Well, you two have done all that you could. Now it's time to hand the baton off to me.
What do you think, Ellie? Do we have a chance?
The evidence you've gathered is impressive. It truly is.
So what's the verdict? In this case, I'd say spoilers are appreciated.
I almost never say this because I don't want to jinx it, but I think this case is a slam dunk.
Huzzah! That's what I like to hear.
I think we can do everything on our checklist. Clear Irvin of any wrongdoing, charge Hephaestus with the cover-up, and even restore Helgi, Dr. Hawkson's standing in the scientific community. All in all, though, really outstanding work. We wouldn't have gotten this far without your efforts. And I've got to imagine that wherever Irvin is, he appreciates it too.
Agreed, Ellie. And thanks for being our anchor in this. We should probably get out of Ellie's way and let her do her thing. We can talk more in private.
End of the colony war, get
Wow, we actually did it! Solved the case. And hopefully cleared Irvin's name. I feel like... what's the old saying? A great weight has been lifted off my shoulders? But it's actually true. I feel like I'm 80% biomass and 20% aerogel. Come on, let's not ruin the moment. Although, we did do a lot of walking. I bet I really am lighter. I'm feeling great. Although I could do with some wine and cheese. Why stop at emotional satisfaction when we can indulge in the culinary too? But if I can be serious for a moment, thank you. I couldn't have done this without your help. Ah, that's sweet. But it wasn't just for me, it was for Irv. And of course, we can't forget our new friend Harvey. In fact, Harvey's got a little explorer in him too. According to this slate I found, turns out that our spiky friend's been all across the galaxy. Say no more. You know how it is. There's a lot of business that needs our attention. We've been through a lot, haven't we? I had forgotten what it was like to work with someone so closely. On top of everything else we've done together and with Constellation, yeah, I think so. Investigating Irvin's case with you is something I'll remember forever. I've come to realize that some events, some people, stand out as pillars of my life. It's whatever leaves an impression on you, right? Moments that define our lives, where our future diverged from our expectations. People who changed you, or people you've changed. Yes, some of them do. And if we're lucky, they change us for the better. We only get a brief moment in this universe to interact, to feel, to be who we are and experience the range of emotions that our bodies and minds have evolved to comprehend. Sure. Our bodies are all we have, really. Humans are physical, which allows us to be social. This allows us to interact with others on a natural, almost primordial level. And these interactions can be fleeting or drawn out substantially, if you know what I mean. Anyway, if one is fortunate, you might even notice events and people changing you while it is in motion. I know I certainly am. I've explored many worlds, and I've worked with Constellation for most of my life. I cherish those memories. But you have changed me as a person forever. I don't want to look back years from now and wonder what if. I need to know what you think about us. You took the words right out of my mouth. Now, mind if we get back to exploring this beautiful, mysterious universe with me, Captain? Dusty. Dusty! We work so well together, and our friendship makes our team so much stronger. You bet. Anytime you want to talk about us, know that I'm here for you just as you've been there for me. Home, folks. Engine's ready.
Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.